Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary, entry 40. Okay, this entry is to give clarity to my rant, actually, my two rants. Yeah. About the Ethan Crumbley situation, the school shooting. And I basically stated that the schools were responsible for not doing what they were supposed to do as far as helping the students. All the students, including Ethan. They failed so miserably. But however, I would like to give you a little background on it so you'll have a better idea of understanding why I said what I said. Let's go back. Let me give you a little background before we get to it. Let's go back to Ronald Reagan back in 1980. He brilliantly decided to deinstitutionalize mental hospitals. Brilliant joke. Excuse me. Forgive me. He came up with something called the Mental Health System Act in 1980. The acronym is MHSA. And he took Jimmy Carter, who continued funding the mental health hospitals, the big hospitals, to really help people that really needed it. Brilliant President Ronald Reagan, decided to defund it with the blessing of Congress. Thank you. Sorry again. Yeah. What he brilliantly did, he decided to not only defund it, but to put community mental health clinics into the communities around the United States, to where if you need help, you can go get it. But this is what they didn't quite lay out or tell. Is that you just can't walk up into a clinic and say, hey, I'm having mental health issues, I need your help. No. You have to be referred. Yeah, you have to be referred. You got to go out and commit a crime. The judge will see, oh, you need mental health help. Put you in an institution, then from the institution you go there. Or if you go in and out of psych wards, getting temporary help. And if you go several times within maybe a 2 or 3, 4 year period, then you're referred. It's hard to get help. Ethan Crumbley's parents would have had to jump through hoops to get their son help. The school is federally funded, and having staff on there that can make recommendations to get him help a lot faster. And they didn't do it. Oof. I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to go on a rant. I'm not going to do that. I already did that twice. I can't do it 3 times. So please bear with me. So I found some articles that gave additional background information, and the school is getting sued. So I have found a couple of articles so we can go through that. Okay. I had additional videos and articles, but I was having problems with the upload onto my editing software, and it just didn't connect. So what I'll do is summarize, and I'll keep it quick. What I had an article showing that Ethan his parents tried to stop him from committing these atrocities by his mother texted him telling him, no, don't do it. Now, as I stated earlier in my introduction, that people were saying that she basically said to do it, but no. She was referring to his looking at ammo and got caught, and she was notified. Now, one thing I do know, and I believe that right there was taken out of context. I don't think any parent would say, hey, look at ammo, don't get caught doing it. I don't think she meant it that way. I think it was more so misinterpreted because he was mentally declining, and one thing you don't want to do, especially if you have a child within your home that is mentally declining, is to set them off. And sometimes you have to pacify them in a way to where your home you won't have a dangerous situation in your home. Because some kids who are mentally declining will attack you. And they may take it, they may misconstrue what you're saying and take it someplace else. So I don't think she meant it like ha ha ha, like hey, don't get caught doing that. No, I don't believe so. Let me see. The other article that I had showed to where the school, like I said, was very complicit. The principal was telling the parents and students there was no danger. The superintendent got on a loudspeaker at the school and say, don't look at social media, not everything is real, ignore it. And his behavior, it seemed to be so out there that some students stopped going to school. And the principal or the administration did absolutely nothing besides saying, it's okay, it's all right, go to class, it's all right, he's all right. Terrible situation. So also the school is being sued. One of the parents is suing the school based on the actions of the administration. Now, I also stated in my introduction that the school could have done something. Yes, they could have. They have mental health people, a psychologist, a school psychologist, could have done a lot in that situation to see how this young man was mentally declining and made some referrals to get him from the school into getting help like that, to where it would have taken the parents many moons just to get some help. Not all the time to where you could take your child to the mental health ward and to where they would keep the child and then stabilize a child. Now, because of Ronald Reagan and his brilliant ways, he made it very difficult. So a person may have to be hospitalized several times within maybe a 2 or 3 year period to where they would be connected, or they would be connected with a psychiatrist in a mental health facility to get an ACT team involved to help that person, to help stabilize them, to have a community of people within that program to help him. And then if he really needed additional help, then they can refer him to a mental health hospital, and even then, that right there would be a fight, because you would have to prove the person's unstable. And what they mean by unstable is a long period of time being unstable. And that's where the person would have to commit a crime, to where a judge can say, hey, you know, you need help, so we are going to send you to the mental health hospital, and we're going to mandate it, to where a mental health problem would have to turn into a legal problem for people to get help. And not all the times do they go to the mental hospital, they'll stay in jail. All right, Ronald Reagan. Okay, let me close this out. In conclusion, there are so many fingers that I can point at who is at fault. Not everybody, parents, not everybody knows how to deal with mental health, especially if it creeps up on you, and what to do. Some parents are just like stuck, like stunned, like, wow, this is my child. And you have to quickly get used to your new normal. It's not easy. And then dealing with a school that is saying, hey, everything's okay, come sit down right here. Ridiculous. Then having Ronald Reagan, thank you, dude, for defunding, or not only defunding, but deinstitutionalizing mental health, to where this young man would have got help quicker, not having to jump through all these hoops. 4 lives are lost, 2 parents in jail. The mentally unstable young man is in jail when he seriously needed mental health. A school community devastated, a state devastated, families for the terror. Where does it end? I hope Biden funds it and takes this madness and go back to what Jimmy Carter had. That's just my 2 cents. So this is the 2nd installment, and if you think I fell short, or I could have done something a little different, leave something in the comment section. Please like. Likes are free. Subscribe. If you like my content, subscribe. But like it. Free. And most of all, thank you for stopping by.